Welcome everybody to Kokomo for the Dirt Empire Magazine 410 Elites. Here with Pushing the Cushion and United Dirt Sim Series. My name is Dave Ward on the microphone once again. And this one should be interesting here, as most of these guys are really worried about running this tiny bull ring. It'll make for interesting to see how the racing is going to go. As you can see during practice right now, there's two different flights on the same track, just different virtual spaces at the moment. 10.261 right now is the time to beat from Tyler Schell in the practice session. Aiden Beerline running in the second position. Kenny Miller the third, holding down the third spot for the third fastest, and Mason Hannigan in fourth. Going into tonight's race for the point series, sitting on top of the heap right now is Tyler Schell from Elbows Up Sim Sport with 522 points. Kenny Miller going into tonight will be in the second position with 507, so less than 20 points there, gapping those two drivers. And Aiden Beerline with 499, so not too far out as well. And then you go back to Mason Hannigan with 493. So between the top four drivers, you only have, about 25 points difference. And that is going to be interesting to see, as we still have two drop weeks that'll kick in week number 10. And we have one more double points night on the season finale to decide the champion here in the 410 Elites. Have about 3.5 minutes or so left. There's Tyler Street right there. He finished in second. Nice. Alex Hanna, fantastic. Committing some suicide there. So Tyler Schell and Michael Sheridan over here in this flight, all by them lonesomes. Sheridan sitting 9th fastest there in the number 15 from Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, and able to take advantage of having less cars on the track there. Same with Tyler Schell. Schell sitting fast and now just chilling out waiting. Everybody else scrambling here as the track is getting worn in. There will be a reset for qualifying, and then it will run out from there. While doing interviews in the 360s, if you didn't catch it, they had Mason Hannigan was worried about making it all the way through the race tonight and without putting it in the wall. Same with Kenny Miller. So those two drivers probably going to be a little bit more conservative as they're points racing for the championship. And it'll be interesting to see when that goes out the window if they'll still be there in the end. Beerline Racing checking in over on YouTube. Let's go Aiden Beerline in the 13A, and right now he is looking pretty quick there as the second fastest racer in the practice session. Kenny Miller the third, coming off of a win in the 360s just moments ago, and he is going to be looking to try and close that gap between him and Tyler Schell in that points championship. Speaking with Aiden before the races were getting started here, he was super excited to get everything going. He a little nervous for the tiny bull ring, as all the drivers are, but Sounded like he had his setups that he was ready to go for the win here tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. Damian Paul checking in out on Facebook. We miss you too, brother. Wish you could be here for the sprint cars, but duty calls. And I definitely appreciate the kind words for sure. Checking out Daniel Boyd right there in the number 79 from Iridium Sim Sports. He's sitting top 10 fast right now on the board as the track has kind of gone away from really being able to set a speed run. It'll be interesting to see where they're at after qualifying. Wrapping up hot laps here at Kokomo. Alex Hanna getting down right there in the number 17 from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports as hot laps wrap up right now. Jumping into qualifying here. Try and catch some cars on the track as they take to the track here in just a few moments. Mason Hannigan out on the track right now. In that number 7 from Black Diamond Motorsports. You'll be seeing the racers come up over on the left-hand side of the screen. Look at that. Tyler Schell jump into the top spot. Let's see what he's doing. In that number 85 from Elbows Up Sim Sport. He is going to cancel out Mason Hannigan's faster lap 2 there and go with a 10-3. Shea Pallow now, he's out on the track, just finishing up his run there as 3rd fastest, and Tyler Street in 4th. There's the best of the rest, Coulter West from LGR Motorsports, sitting top 5 and going down the list, unfortunately. Getting bumped a couple of spots as Austin Semmelman checks in there in the number 18. He's going to take over the 3rd spot. Kenny Miller going to go 4th quickest. Aiden Beerline out on the track. He is going to throw down a top 3 time right there. Going to go 10.481. Randy Shreves trying to get something going here in the sprint cars tonight. Sitting 11th fastest. Looks like everybody getting their qualifying times in here. So they will be doing the drivers meeting, going over all the rules and regulations for United Dirt Sim Series, making sure that everybody knows what to expect and they are on the same page. And we are going to jump into heat race number 1 here in just a moment or two. While we're waiting, we'll jump through our sponsor list here. Pushing the Cushion Productions, always giving us a place to broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. Definitely helps out the cause for the sponsors. Jessup Logistics. Mark Jessup from Jessup Logistics. Been around since the very inception. We appreciate him. He's able to get on a little bit more. I was actually surprised to not see him in tonight's race. Hopefully we'll see him soon. Fournier Motorsports jumping on board this year for the 358 Modifieds, big block Modifieds, and he is taking care of all of the top 3 payouts. So appreciate Fournier Motorsports stepping up. Goyette Trucking actually donating the mic that I am talking to you on right now We appreciate Anthony Goyette and everything that he does with the league season after season. He always comes back, and we appreciate him for sure. Redline Race Designs has their March Madness sale. It's $5 off a paint job right now for the month of March. Make sure you check it out. There's a few more days left, and you can get that deal. Check them out on Facebook, Redline Race Designs. And the class sponsor tonight, Dirt Empire Magazine. If you haven't checked these guys out, make sure you do. DirtEmpireMagazine.com. You can grab your subscription over there. You can also see some online articles that they've done. And it's definitely a great value if you're into the dirt community. They follow in real life race drivers as well as some sim racers. So make sure you check them out. DirtEmpireMagazine.com. Darren Musser checking in out on Facebook. Come on, second cuz. Aiden is never fading. And he is rooting, obviously, there for Aiden Beerline. Sitting third fastest on the board right now. He'll definitely be one to watch. The series points leader is Tyler Schell, and he is also sitting up on that top spot. There will be 4 inverted as we get started for the heat races. And they are taken to the track right now for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole position in the 4-star from Silva King Fast Sim Sports, Redline Race Design, Race Energy, Skull Candy Machine. Right there, it is Tyler Street. Outside, row number 1 from Phantom Motorsports, Kenny Miller in the 23M, sponsored by Velocity. Row number 2 on the inside, in the number 13A, sponsored by Beerline Racing, Redline Race Designs, Extreme Roofing, I believe. Beerline Racing driver Aiden Beerline in the 13A. Outside of him from Elbows Up Sim Sports, sponsored by Catch Fence Apparel and Jessup Logistics Roof Co. The number 85 of Tyler Schell. Row number 3 on the inside in the number 79 from Iridium Sim Sports, it's Daniel Boyd. Outside of him in the number 56, Silva King Fast Sim Sports driver Randy Shreves. And rounding out the field, worst looking to go first, it's Alex Showtime Hanna, also from Silva King Fast Sim Sports. Green flag dropping here in heat race number 1. Out front right now, the 4-star of Tyler Street. Schell now making a chop line there. Street with a big head of steam. Schell going to run the high side now. Street with the slider. Schell going to take it. Boy, I tell you what, now Beerline throwing his name in the hat. This is going to be a barn burner here as these guys are throwing down. Schell looking to jump out into the early lead and walk away as fast as he can. Now the battle is for second between Beerline and Street. Beerline. Yikes, that was not good. Street wasn't able to check up fast enough for the slider from Beerline. And that's going to drop Aiden down to third. Kenny Miller, the third, into second in the 23M from Phantom Motorsports. He is trying to chase down Tyler Schell. Schell in a whole nother zip code right now. You can see the gap there. As he went around the track, you'll see Kenny Miller pop onto the screen there only for a brief moment. Schell getting it done right now. Kenny Miller still holding down second. Aiden Beerline in third. White flag is out. These races go quick here. Tyler Schell coming around for the win. right there. Second's going to be Kenny Miller. Third, Aiden Beerline. Randy Shreves fourth. Alex Hanna fifth. Daniel Boyd sixth. Tyler Street out. Yikes. That one went very quick. Second heat race. Joining the grid right now. Here we go. Starting on the pole position from LGR Motorsports, sponsored by Coldest and ABR Setup Shop. It's the 10C of Coulter West. Outside of him, from Over the Wall Photography, Jessup Logistics, Roof Co. Oh man, I think Flow Racing was sponsoring him. Shea Palo from Elbows Up Sim Sports. Inside row number 2, in the number 18, sponsored by SKD, it is Austin Semmelman. Outside of him, in the number 7, from Black Diamond Motorsports, sponsored by Tim Sims and Fathead, it is Mason Hannigan. Row number 3 on the inside, M&M Painting and Construction, and BAPS powered, number 15, Michael Sheridan from the Brent Marks Racing Sim Team. And rounding out the field, Eric Wilkie from Wilkes Auto Service. From Handmade Motorsports puts it in the wall. We are green flag racing here at Kokomo. Shea Palo jumping out to an early lead. Oh, now he puts it in the wall. Coulter West gets into him. West takes it all the way on the nose. Yikes. So Palo with a bobble out into the wall and packed the second place driver straight into the fence. Tough break there. Austin Semmelman now running in that second spot. He's running that low line in the number 18, trying to chase down Palo. Mason Hannigan up to third in that number 7. He is pushing right now to try and catch up. Eric Wilkie and Michael Sheridan battling for the 4th position. But it's all Shea Palo right now. Palo still out front as we are wrapping this one up. Austin Semmelman now brushing into the wall. These sprint cars very temperamental when it comes to damage. A few of those light taps on the wall can mess up their car for the rest of the race. Hannigan now working down low. He is trying to reel in Semmelman for that second position. Not going to do it as we go to the white flag. Battle still on the track right there for 4th. But with the win right there, Shea Palo, Austin Semmelman in 2nd. Mason Hannigan 3rd, Michael Sheridan 4th, Eric Wilkie 5th, Coulter West putting it back on the trailer, looking to hopefully improve his chances here in the A main. Looking for something from the race crew here to see if we'll be running the full warm-up or not. Full 5-minute warm-up. So there you go, straight from the track crew. Getting this track wrapped up into shape. We will be running the warm-up. Hang tight. We will be going directly into the A main here after the warm-up. right, guys, we are going to pull one of the drivers from tonight's race up into the booth. Aiden, it's Dave up in the booth. You got your ears on?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, tell me a little bit about the race tonight, brother. What do you think?
Just trying to play it safe and not trying to mess up, just trying to keep it steady in third place in points.
How does that play into tonight's race, with you racing for the season championship? Does that make you be a little bit more conservative, or are you going for the win tonight?
I'm definitely just trying to be conservative tonight, not trying to mess up too much. I've had 3 races, including this one, leagues today, and the very first 2 did not go the best of plan, so I'm just going to play conservative as of now.
There you go. Good luck tonight, and hopefully we'll be doing another driver interview with you. Put it in victory lane, brother.
Yeah, hopefully so.
All right. That is Aiden Beerline in the 13A. You'll be seeing him up towards the front of the pack here. And always like to check in if people are in our Discord. It's nice to get a few little perspectives there from the drivers as they get ready to start the race. Here we go. We're jumping directly into the main event. You wanted the best. You got UDSS. We are going to rip it around Kokomo for 30 laps. And here we go. Starting on the pole position. In the number 85, from Elbows Up Sim Sports, it is Tyler Shell. Outside row number 1, in the number 21, also from Elbows Up Sim Sports, it is Shay Palo. Row number 2, on the inside, in the number 23M, it is Kenny Miller from Phantom Motorsports. Also, Austin Semmelman in the number 18, outside row number 2. Row number 3 on the inside, the 13A of Aiden Beerline from Beerline Racing. Mason Hannigan in the number 7 from Black Diamond Motorsports, outside row number 3. Inside row number 4 is going to be the number 56 from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Randy Shreves. Outside of him, in the number 15 from Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, it is Michael Sheridan. Row number 5 on the inside, in the number 17 from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, it's Alex Showtime Hanna. Outside of him, in the number 10C, in the number 41 is Eric Wilkie. Coulter West from LGR Motorsports, outside row number 6, and Daniel Boyd in the number 79 from Iridium Sim Sports. Rounding out the field in the 4-star, Tyler Street from Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. We are going green flag racing right now here at Kokomo. Tyler Shell out to an early lead, bringing along his teammate Shay Palo in second. Now Austin Semmelman battling down the inside. Palo gets into the outside wall, almost collects Miller. Miller had to take evasive action, and he's going to take over that third spot. Austin Semmelman now sneaking into second with Mason Hannigan working on the inside. Lap number 3, there's already a lot of changes. Miller dropping spots like flies on crap right there in the 23M. He is trying to gather that one back up. Won the 360s. Looking to try and give Tyler Shell a run for his money. He needs to do well, sitting second in points right now. So Miller trying to climb back up to the top of the heap. Shell trying to check out as fast as he can. Last time by with an 11.3, 11.5 for Austin Semmelman. Semmelman now brushing the wall there, coming out of turn number 4. And caution is out on the speedway. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. It looks like the number 41 of Eric Wilkie from Handmade Motorsports. Right there in the yellow, white, and purple. Let's see what happens here. Oh, wow. So it looked like some contact there with Michael Sheridan, possibly? Let's go back and take a look. Sheridan in the number 15. Nope, that was afterwards. Maybe here. Here we go. Nope, he's already flipping. Anyway, Eric Wilkie, tough spot there with a little bit of contact from a couple of the leaders there. And tough spot to be in. Tyler Shell still out front. We are going to go double file restart here. Top 5 spots are going to be Tyler Shell, Austin Semmelman in second. Third place for Shea Palo. Fourth, Aiden Beerline and Kenny Miller rounding out the field. We are doubling them up. We are going to go back to green flag racing. Shell on the inside, Semmelman on the outside. Let's see. Semmelman right there with Shell off the restart. Now Shell pulling back out just a little bit. He's going to work mid-track. Aiden Beerline coming high side hustling. Made the pass for second place in the 13A. Passed Semmelman like he was nailed to a tree. Semmelman now trying to battle back up. Shea Palo sitting in fourth. He rubbed the wall there coming out of 4. He does it again right there. So Palo putting that right rear all the way on the wall. That's not going to work out too many times for him. He's able to hold on to fourth for now. Kenny Miller battling back up. He's all the way back up to sixth place. Palo into the wall once again. Miller takes evasive action, going to make the pass. Mason Hannigan working down on the inside. Hannigan's down there in fifth in the number 7. Back up front, it is all Tyler Shell right now. Aiden Beerline holding down that second position. Austin Semmelman trying to reel him in. Great run for Aiden Beerline. You heard him right before this race started. He said he was running conservatively, but he conservatively took over second place from a big name in iRacing, Austin Semmelman. Mason Hannigan sitting in that fourth position, bringing Kenny Miller in tow. They are trying to work their way up. Tyler Street there in the 4-star started dead last. He is up to the 6th position for Sofa King Fast Sim Sports. These guys throwing down 17 laps. We're already past halfway here with 1 caution in the books. This is some of the top talent in United Dirt Sim Series and on the iRacing service. Beerline now brushing the wall. Austin Semmelman right there going to try and make his move, take his shot. Big slider from the number 18. But the 13A of Aiden Beerline sees it coming. Now he's going to come back, park it right on the nose of the 18 and keep it going. Beerline fighting for that second and third position right there. Going to get that momentum to get back around Semmelman to hold him off. This one is winding down. Kenny Miller battling back up into fourth. Battling right there with Mason Hannigan. These two drivers trying to reel in the top 3. Slider after slider from these guys. Hannigan brushing into the wall. Common thread here at Kokomo. This one winding down in the books. Tyler Shell still way out front. Battle for second right here. You see it. Austin Semmelman and Aiden Beerline battling side by side. Oh, they're going to make contact. Semmelman gives the spot back to Beerline. Beerline going to drive out of it. Now the battle is for third. Holy cow. Jeez, oh Pete's. This is crazy. Battle for fourth right here between Kenny Miller and Mason Hannigan. Tyler Street still sitting in sixth. He is your hard charger so far, right there in the 4-star. Beerline and Semmelman still tearing it up side by side, lap after lap, and we are almost done with this one. Beerline with the momentum. Semmelman trying to stay on the bottom and get a little bit of a run. Your leader now into lap traffic. Let's see if that's going to come into play. We are going to be going white flag next time by. Right there you see it. Tyler Shell taking the white flag. And with the win, Tyler Shell. Aiden Beerline taking home second. Austin Semmelman third. Fourth goes to Mason Hannigan. Fifth, Kenny Miller. Sixth is Tyler Street. Seventh, Shea Pallow. Eighth, Randy Shreves. Ninth, Eric Wilkie. 10th is Michael Sheridan. 11th is Coulter West, Daniel Boyd. And 12th, 13th for Alex Hanna. Wow, that was a crazy race right there. We are going to get the top 3 drivers here in just a moment. Over onto the front straightaway. And giving them just a moment to get their helmets off, get all set and ready for driver interviews. Look at that. These guys are all ready to talk. They are all in here. We are going to start with Austin Semmelman coming home in the 3rd position tonight in the number 18. Man, that was a crazy race, huh?
Yeah. We were terrible tonight, so just have to be better than that. Yeah, it just pretty frustrating, but happy to be on the podium.
Well, I tell you, I was talking to Kenny Miller and Mason Hannigan, both drivers in our 360 race that we had previous to this, and they were really worried about wadding it up and putting it in the fence. And does that kind of enter your mind when you come to a track like Kokomo?
A bit, but you just know where that line is. You know how hard you can push it. Felt like a good enough car to get second there. Just really hard to pass as usual here. So, yeah, just happy to keep it going for all 30 laps and get a solid finish.
Well, it was definitely exciting watching you, trading sliders and making moves there with Aiden. And we're glad to have you here, man. So, who would you like to thank? Who helped get you onto the podium tonight, brother?
Tony Stewart Racing, Scott King with 19 or at Scott King Design, and Joe Neal with 19 Design. And, you guys for broadcasting this.
Fantastic, man. Well, we will hopefully see you next week in the 410 Elites.
Yeah, most likely, depending on how much sleep I get, since I'll be coming home from the All-Star show at Attica. So looking forward to that.
Oh, man, that's going to be awesome. That'll be one hell of a show for sure. Good luck, brother, and we will hopefully see you next week.
Thank you.
Austin Semmelman coming home in the 3rd position in the number 18. Coming home in the 2nd position tonight in the 13A from Beerline Racing, Aiden Beerline. Whew! Take a breath, huh?
Yeah, that was nerve-wracking. For sure.
It was definitely an interesting race, to say the least. You came in right before we went into the main event, and you said you were going to race conservatively, and then just passed Austin Semmelman on the outside when you took over the 2nd position with a very gutsy move, but you made it work and made it stick and battled with Austin for most of the race there for the 2nd place. Man, what was it like out there?
Yeah, Solomon I saw messed up, and I saw like a car width gap, and I just went around him, and I was like just trying to mind my business up top. I honestly thought he was around the middle, so I thought I had plenty of space if he was going to keep around the middle. So I just kept going and went around him, thankfully. And I know I was holding him up maybe a little bit at the end, but I was just trying, not to kill myself and hit the wall.
Well, you did it. I mean, you held him off and got the 2nd position, and It was an exciting race to watch. I know you had a bunch of family and friends tuning in to support you racing here in iRacing as well, and I'd say they got a pretty good representation of what you do on the track.
Yeah, I would think so. I'd hope so.
Absolutely. Well, who would you like to thank, man? Who helped get you into the second place tonight?
First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my mom, my dad, Reflection Cabinetry, Stream House Buyers, Dave's Truck Service, Beerline Trucking, Red Line Race Designs, and y'all for putting on an amazing show, and all my family and friends that watch the race tonight that normally don't.
There you go. Well, congratulations, man. And you were sitting in third place for the points, I believe, going into the race, and you were only a few points out of second. With Kenny Miller finishing back in fifth, you might have made up a few points and possibly taken over that second position. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see as the results haven't come back yet. But going into next week, that might be a good feeling, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I hope to carry the momentum. Can't even say the word. I hope to carry that speed, momentum. I can't even say it. I hope to carry that momentum to next week and the following weeks ahead.
There you go, brother. Well, Aiden Beerline in the 13A coming home in second place tonight. We will probably see you tomorrow night for the midgets, I would assume, correct?
Yeah, I'll try to make it.
All right. There you go. 13A of Aiden Beerline coming home in second tonight. And with the win in the number 85 from Elbows Up Sim Sports, Tyler Shell.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
It looked like you had it on cruise control there tonight.
Yeah, 100% in the future. I was running at like half, and it was faster, so wasn't too hard tonight.
I know you don't know because you were out front, but there was some really great racing behind you. Second and third with Beerline and Semmelman battling side by side. Third or fourth and fifth with Hannigan and Miller battling side by side. And you just drove away. It looked like you were looking for victory lane about 10 laps after the first caution flag there, and never looked back.
Yeah. And the warm up, I did not feel good whatsoever, and I made some last minute changes to make the car better, and it wasn't too bad. Towards the end, it was a little free, but I was really bad in the warm up, so I had to at least have a little bit of pace at the beginning and just hurt the end. But ended up having good pace the whole race, and was able to walk away.
Well, you made it look easy, that's for sure, brother. It looked like it was on rails, and you were just out smoking it, So congratulations on the win tonight. Still the point series leader.
After last week, though.
Are you worried? That's what I was going to ask. Are
Yeah.
you worried when it comes to the drops and, how we have the double points in week 6 and the last week? Does that make you nervous about being able to take the championship?
Double points, 100%. Both the midget and the 410 didn't have no luck. Got wrecked running second. Got wrecked running third last week. So and the midgets was second. So I think I came back and finished sixth in both. So, but I think I lost like 20 times that bite. So I lost 40 points. 40 points on second, third, and fourth. So it's kind of a bummer, but hey, that's racing. So just gotta get it next week.
Well, there you go, man. I tell you what, so the points are updated as of right now. Currently, you have 606 points out in the lead. Aiden now has taken over second place with 576. And Kenny Miller, 2 points behind Aiden with 574.
Yep, just got to keep having nights like this. Go quick time and win the race, win my heat. That's
maximize your points. It sounds
maximize my points, and everything would hopefully fall into place and be fine. But I was kind of on cruise control until I looked at the points for this race, and I'm like, those closed a lot. I remember having like 50 points on second, and it dropped down to I think like 17. So definitely made me skip a beat a little bit, but just put her in victory lane tonight. So makes you feel a little bit happier.
There you go. Well, always getting it done. and you're getting pretty used to doing all these driver interviews. I think you're pretty polished now, huh? Who would you like to thank? Who helped get you into victory lane tonight?
Just like to thank you for broadcasting, everyone that puts this league on, and then I was up Sim Sports. And our sponsors: School Sim Racing, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beat, Just Logistics, Paints Fine Tudican, Got Real Estate, Catch Fence Pro Rivco, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Breathe, man. You're gonna pass out. Your
That's-
elbows up drivers, man. You got so much backing from everybody behind you that you're gonna. Did you flip a page there? Like go to the second page
so.
of sponsors?
I think so. I mean,
Pretty
that gets
close.
that gets my heart beating more than that race did.
Well, there you go, man. Getting it done, showing everybody how to make it a fast lap, and still holding on to that championship. I can't wait to see how it boils down. I think it's awesome having you here. You know, championship last year, you battled with Bergeron. Now you're battling with Semmelman, Miller, Beerline. You know, I mean, there's definitely some names, and man, the cream's still rising to the top. So you're doing something right, right?
I guess so.
There you go. Well, keep it up, brother. And I'm sure we will see you tomorrow night for the midgets.
Yeah, you should. I don't even know where they're at, but should be fun.
There you go. Tyler Shell in the number 85 from Elbows Up Sim Sports, taking home the win tonight. Whoo! That is going to do it. Some great racing here from Kokomo. And I tell you what, I thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in and joining us tonight on a Sunday night. And we will see you tomorrow night for some late model and midget action. And next Saturday night for the Big Block Modifieds. Thank you guys. Have a great week. If we don't see you tomorrow night, see you next time.